All right,
What
that
am I
was
about
really
to
funny, guys. We have to repeat the joke and act like we've never said it
repeat it, dude?
before.
Okay.
Wait. All right, actor. Dude, I'm doing like the thing where you do the little hand thing and you
Yeah,
bring it
yeah,
close.
totally. And scene.
And
See. All right.
Ruby, I heard your dick is locked. Who wants to do the intro?
Ruby's still not here.
Oh, fuck.
Replace her. Bring in Brumby.
It's time.
Bring in the bubble room bulls. Brumbles. They get talking privileges when they get back.
You're right.
Heck, I was getting Mason a glass of wine. Welcome to Wednesday, which is when we typically record this. But happy Friday when you guys are watching this.
Happy Friday, TGIF.
We are.
IF.
This is the Bark Bark Meow podcast, where
Bark.
two dogs
Bark.
and a cat talk about some furry shit if we feel like it, and pretty
I
much
like that.
anything else we feel like.
I was gonna say 2 of our 3 topics today aren't even furry related, but go on.
Yeah.
So today
it's
we
like,
wanted to talk
life
about.
stuff.
Yeah, it's a lot of it is. This week we're talking about like dramas and their
Yeah.
relevance and importance. So we wanted to talk about the Illuminaughtii drama, the Yanderedev drama,
Yandere.
and the
Yandere.
22K fursuit that just sold. So we're gonna talk. We're gonna try and talk about all those. Mason, I want your input. Mason is a game developer, so they could probably input a little bit on the Yanderedev shit.
Oh boy.
Well, I don't think it has anything to do with game dev as much as it is just an awful person.
I think the recent controversy has less to do with game dev.
Well, no, the recent one has less to do with game dev but at first there was in my opinion, and this is kind of why we wanted to talk about these 3 topics, is Yanderedev is already objectively kind of a creep.
Yeah.
But it was one of those things like, is he cancel culture worthy? You can choose to not follow somebody based on like you don't like their content and not follow them. Morally, you shouldn't follow anybody who's like a fucking pedophile, which recently sounds like that's what happened.
Well, yeah, and when your main voice actors like Dippin Dazio,
Oh yeah. Ruby.
that typically means things are good. But
Yeah.
should we preface like are we diving into this right now? Are we doing Yandere Simulator?
I do.
Yeah, let's go right into Yandere Simulator.
Misha has
hold
idea.
on. We gotta throw.
Oh wait, hang on. Misha's pulling the brakes.
We gotta throw in the word allegedly. On
Oh.
the,
Oh,
like,
that's right. All of
pedophile
this
stuff.
is just bullshit we've seen on YouTube.
Yeah, well, yes and no, but like a lot of it's like basically confirmed, but until it is, we have to say allegedly.
Let's cop
on
2
a lot of it.
lawsuits from the Yonder Dev and Illuminaughtii, because Illuminaughtii likes to do that. So.
Oh, dude, yeah, that's
Allegedly.
another topic. But first, Yanderedev. But first, I do have a question for you and anyone watching. If you're watching the premiere, hi. Where were you? Where were you when the National Service announcement did their alarm?
Oh my god!
Yo, in the comments
Mason,
below,
did you get
please
the
tell us.
National Service announcement?
What do
thing?
you mean, did they get? Oh, fucking course they did.
I don't know.
We all got it.
Today.
Oh yeah.
That one
Yeah.
was so scary.
It was scary, and
so
people are
loud.
really upset about it. I was doing Instacart, so I was kind of okay with
No.
it. But
Mason's saying that they got a heads up.
They got a heads up.
Yeah, here.
I mean,
come back as soon as I pee.
I saw all about it. Like, people were saying when it was gonna happen. What's funny is my roommate and I were having a conversation, and like through text, and it was like, "Oh, be ready for the alarm at 11:30," and I was like, "Okay, ready." And then like a minute later, it happened at like 11:18, and I was like, "Well, that fucking wasn't 11:30. What the hell?" So I wasn't ready for it because I was told it was gonna happen like 10 minutes later.
you were about structure and punctuality, and that hurt. That hurt your soul.
True.
Yeah, I was just in my car,
Nice.
waiting for an Instacart order, and I had no clue it was gonna happen. They've happened before,
Yeah.
and I don't like them. I think
No.
they're stupid. I understand what they're about, but I don't look. Our government sucks. I don't trust them.
Yeah. I agree. We should have like an alarm like that because, like it's the quickest way to let everybody know if something super bad is happening, you know?
So loud.
Like, what if some like really deranged government employee that is in that sector has like the ability to just send out a false alarm?
Yeah,
The
see,
mass
that's the
panic-
other thing.
Well, actually, that actually is kind of relatable to the bomb alarms that went off in
Yeah.
Hawaii
Yeah, I was
a
gonna
while ago.
say.
Like, people did some crazy fucking shit because they thought they were dead. They thought they
Yeah.
had like minutes to hours left before
Yeah,
they were going
'cause-
to die.
Didn't it say, like, you have a half hour?
Yeah, it was a short amount of time, but enough amount of time to like make some very bad, poor decisions.
Yeah.
But I think the majority of the population took it with a grain of salt. Uh,
I don't know. The
there was
one
a
in
lot of
Hawaii?
panic. Yeah, there was
Oh,
a lot
yeah.
of panic, but I don't remember things getting too out of hand in comparison to what could happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
but
I don't remember like mass looting and rioting because like if you're gonna have 30 minutes, like why pay for shit?
oh yeah. I don't
So,
think
like,
any of
I'm
that
saying,
happened,
like,
but like
that could have happened, is what I'm saying. Like, it could have been worse, but there was still a lot of panicking. There was
oh, there
still
was a shit ton of panic. It was a lot of like
problem.
say goodbye to your loved ones, you know. You're about to just be a
Which-
crater.
I saw and I wonder, and that's
Okay,
why
I have a
now-
question for the class. I have a question
Whoop.
for the class. Okay, let's say the government found out that we were all gonna die in a fiery asteroid in like 5 minutes. Nothing they could do about it. Would they send out the little iPhone? Like, do they say fuck it?
Well,
and
it should
just
be
They're
more
like,
than-
uh-oh.
It'd be really weird that it's only 5 minutes, but I will say this: why would they give a fuck? Because if we're all going to die in 5 minutes, I mean, like, there's a zero
Well,
chance
right.
of survival. So why
Right.
would they give a fuck? Hey, even if it was like, hey, so there's an asteroid coming towards us, there
I mean,
wouldn't necessarily
somebody-
need to be a decision made. Like say it was like a week ahead, they'd be like, yeah, fuck it. Hey, so have fun. We're all fucked.
Orgies at my house, dude. By the way, if
Oh, fuck,
if
I'm on
I
my
find out
way.
that's happening.
I'm not spending a week
I'm on
traveling.
my
that far.
way.
Yeah, you guys can. I'm gonna go do other stuff around here.
Great.
I'm gonna go out into the woods
What?
and
That's where the orgies are gonna be, Mason.
okay, cool.
Let's
Do
go.
a bunch of oh, am I allowed to talk about?
You can talk about whatever you want.
Look, you can always cut stuff. You can.
I
say
was gonna
whatever
say,
you
I
want.
edit
Mushrooms,
these,
Just
so-
let it ride.
Oh, there you go.
Are
Okay.
you allowed to tell them that we do drugs?
No.
Oh
These
yeah,
are-
I'm not gonna lie. If I knew there was a week left, I probably would experiment a little bit.
Oh yeah.
If I know I have literally no life to live at that point, yeah.
I would do
Uh,
everything. I would do
I-
everything. I think the hardest part would be getting your hands on it because everybody else could
Yeah.
also be doing everything.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
what
I
the
have a
fuck
friend
not?
that already has some. So
you
that's
go.
getting
Yeah,
cut.
but
Don't
okay,
include
the
that.
worst
That's
ending,
not
yeah.
getting. That's not getting in the podcast.
I have a friend.
I blurted that one out.
Yeah, the fucking filter was
We can't let
gone.
people know that Misha has a friend.
Yeah, I don't have friends. I'm just a content shrill.
Yo, you're hollow and heartless.
Yeah, I exist to make the content, baby.
Oh, just like Kingdom Hearts.
Just like Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, you're heartless, or
The Heartless.
I
Anyway,
know that.
Yanderedev. Speaking of Heartless.
Speaking of video games, great transition. Like and subscribe.
Yeah.
I've got experience
also-
with both pedophiles and video game making.
Welcome to our
Uh-oh.
guest star, the person who makes fursuits with me, BlackDogTeeth, who has experience with both pedophiles and video games. Give it up
That's
for
not a
Oh,
good
God.
thing.
Worst intro ever.
Yeah.
you set yourself
just-
up.
I
I love it's
it
the
was
same
bad.
mic though, so Ruby just has two
Ruby's
voices
just
today.
Ruby's just the one talking the whole time.
I could draw a little Mason and we just put it in the corner and it's a plushie. Like
Yeah.
I'm,
Do that.
I'm a ventriloquist, but a really bad one.
No, it's just one of the other voices in your head is actually getting to speak.
Oh, again? I thought we
Again.
banned them.
Oh wait,
Random voices in Ruby's head.
black teeth. What?
BlackDogTeeth is my
Black-
Twitter.
Black
okay.
dog teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm banned from Twitter. So.
Fuck yeah. Be
All right.
free.
Yeah.
Free thyself.
That was a
Oh,
great,
God,
great response.
No.
What do I say, Mason? Should I say
oh,
Ma?
You can
Do
say
you know
Mason.
much about the Yandere shit?
So I did a quick read on it. When I saw it and I was like, oh, what now?
Yeah,
Like,
honestly, that was my reaction.
and honestly, all I had to see was the Snapchat conversation that just absolutely sent me.
Oh, it's the greatest.
You're
It's-
traumatizing me. This is trauma. I'm 16.
Yeah.
I didn't see
Editing
that.
Misha,
Wait,
slap that
wait,
shit on the
You're
screen.
35.
I don't remember this. Can you guys get that to
Oh
me?
my god.
I did not
Yeah,
see
yeah.
this. Wait,
No,
what?
No,
I need to
dude,
see-
it's so bad, and it's so like on par, where it's just
Oh
like
yeah.
it's a Snapchat conversation where it's between him and the 16-year-old, and they're just like talking about a bunch of shit, and then at one point he's just like, "You're traumatizing me, you're manipulating me, all of this shit," and the reply just says, "I'm 16. You're
Yeah.
31."
You're 35. I'm
35.
16. I think he says like you're traumatizing me. This is abuse, and she's like, and it just says I'm sorry. Like,
Dude, that is like classic like abusive
Abuser?
behaviors to turn
Oh my-
that is to make the victim feel like they're the abuser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a huge thing.
That part
Oh,
of
yeah.
it is not funny.
And-
we're not
and
laughing
the
at that like
No,
abuse dynamic.
no.
We're laughing
When I
at the
see
fact that like it's just
We're laughing
I'm
at the
16.
ridiculousness
I
that
have
an
to
adult
clarify really
man
quickly.
thinks that a little girl is abusing them when it is the exact opposite.
And
Yeah.
here's the thing.
Wait, really quick. I have to clarify
What
something
is-
because I said this earlier.
Yes.
Well, I said this is the greatest thing. When I say the greatest thing, it's not like a great thing in that kind of concept. It's like when something like that Snapchat like conversation comes out, you're just like, holy shit, this is like as bad as it could possibly be.
Yeah, and
This is what I was
also,
kind of get. Like it's
also,
just
like,
there's no black or
how-
white here. It's
how pathetic do you have to be
Yeah.
to be in your 30s and to tell a 16-year-old who you've probably been essentially grooming,
yeah.
you're abusing me. This is a power imbalance. I mean, you are correct. This is a power
Wait, I need
imbalance.
this. Where is this shit? Hey, wait.
I'm looking for it. I found it. I
Oh,
found
let's go.
it.
Let's go. I need to read this. This is. You know what? I haven't gotten to do a live react for a while.
You're the one
Or-
traumatizing me. I'm sorry.
That's it.
No, there's
Oh
more.
my-
There's more. There's
Oh,
more.
all right. Just send it to
I'm
me. But
sending it.
Jesus,
I'm posting it in the Discord.
Discord,
Yeah.
Discord.
Discord.
You wait. Oh my God, you are the one traumatizing me.
All right,
This
how's that?
here is trauma.
That sounds
Wait.
better.
Their name's cosplay fan. What the fuck?
Their name was cosplay fan for some reason on Snapchat.
This here is trauma. This is abuse. This is power imbalance. I'm being emotionally abused by you. I'm 16. You have this massive blackmail over me. You're 35.
Which, okay, see, the 16-year-old quote unquote does have a lot of shit on Yandere, but like that's because he fucking put himself in this position.
Yeah,
It's not
It's
blackmail.
almost like you were being an abuser, bro. And
Yeah.
like,
Break someone's window. I can't believe you'd blackmail me like this.
I'm not
Well, like-
blackmailing you when what you've been doing. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Well, like, okay, so theoretically, the 16-year-old could blackmail them if they did say, look, I got all this shit on you because I'm 16 and you're 35, and I want you to start paying me money. Yeah,
Right.
that is blackmail.
And I'm just gonna say this as a personal opinion. If you are a 16-year-old being abused by somebody who's in their 30s, you should do that and
Oh,
No.
absolutely.
and
take that
Also-
fucker's money.
Get
get
the
get
bag.
your get that money, girl. Like you are exonerated from this crime.
All right, so yeah, I'm not gonna put any blame on the 16-year-old by any means. Like, if you
Obviously,
did blackmail them, I'm not gonna say anything because that's the other thing is it's to try and spin the narrative to where it's like, well, they're blackmailing me. Well, I don't care. That doesn't exonerate you for the shit you did. You did these things, so you have two consequences here. You either get blackmailed and you deal with that, or they report your ass and you like face jail.
We love a girl boss.
Right?
Oh my god.
That's not the issue, though. It seems like these logs were posted and it was put out there, and yes, the voice actor for Yandere, the character, the main character, and actually they did several other characters I think in the game too. Again, it's what allegedly. It's all allegedly, of course, but it was enough to where they wanted to distance themselves from the project from here on out. And I did think they said they could keep what like they had already done for it, but that
Yes,
was
they
it.
did.
Nah.
But personally, this game has been in like dev hell for over
It's
a
been
decade now.
yeah, we're up to 10
Well,
years.
the way she worded it, she said, "I'm gonna leave everything as it is, partially because I just don't want to deal with him anymore. But the other part is just for all of the content creators who like are using my voice out there and everything in there. Like for the fans, I'm not gonna like demand he take everything down. But I'm done with this,
Okay.
and I can stand behind that.
Yeah.
Because when something gets so big, like it does suck. Because Yandere Simulator, which is a game I really enjoyed watching people play.
Oh yeah, when it was like first starting to get developed, yeah.
I mean, I still watch people play it. Like I watched every update. I watched the Cub Scout play it, and
Oh, the Cub Scouts! I recently found them.
Yeah, and they've also made a video. They're like, "Hey, I'm super sorry, but I'm done making Yandere content."
No, that's good. It's a
Which,
good thing to see
yeah.
people like, all right, this dev is a piece of shit, and we should.
But see
probably
that was something that they said in their video that I like. We using Yanderedev in this topic is about like drama and when it's important to call out and when it's important to ignore. They said they're like, hey, I've been making Yanderedev content for a long time now. I'm not quoting them. Go watch the video yourself. But they implied like, I saw how many issues there were. I wasn't blind to them, and a lot of people brought them up. And a part of me just kind of was like, well, I mean, that's internet drama. That you can take both. You can take either side. I totally get why you wouldn't want to do the content, but there is a line for when it's no longer like you maybe it's good, maybe it's bad. This is a line where it's just bad, and we have to stop platforming it. And I really agree with that.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say like I'm gonna quote like a couple of the people off the top of my head. No, it's like the Miranda Sings stuff. It's the he was Ryan from Achievement Hunter. Like when these people cross that line, and this line for me, this was a very easy line. Like once it's crossed, it's too far gone.
Distinct. The
It's a very
boundaries
distinct
there
line,
are very
yes.
distinct.
Yeah.
It's very simple. Like when you start when it comes out that you have had inappropriate and or worse allegedly conversations with minors,
Right.
with
Protecting ourselves allegedly.
The conversations
this
happened.
has been
It's
proven,
calling
so
him
yeah.
a pedophile that we have to be like, allegedly.
But knowing that they've crossed that line, that's when I say deplatforming has to happen. It's not cancel culture at this point, because to me, I'm never gonna trust that person to be in that kind of that position of a power dynamic again, and that's why it's so important to call this out and say, all right, stop supporting this person. Do I want them to have their completely like lives ruined? I'm not malicious like that, but
I am.
they shouldn't
I was
be.
gonna say I do it in this situation. I do. Fuck
Yeah,
it.
in this situation, yeah, as I say, not all situations are the same, but in this
But I
situation,
think that's
yeah,
a good point to bring up is that there needs to be a crime fits a punishment. This was not one of our topics, but I'll mention it briefly. Like the people from the guy from the Girl Defined. Turns out that he doesn't want to be a part of any of this anymore. He regrets saying the things he does online. He made a video about it, and he's exiting. It doesn't take away. I'm pretty sure that he actually came out as gay, but don't quote me on that because I don't know for sure. But I do know that he stopped posting online and stuff, and like they got a divorce. He's taking himself out of the equation, and it's our responsibility to accept people for when they do apologize, but that it does not exonerate you from the pain you cause. So maybe your
Also, okay, yeah, sorry, I interrupted.
So maybe your platform really does need to be over now. Like you don't get to get all that back. You don't get to profit off of other people's pain. But we can forgive you. Just stop doing the bad thing.
Right.
Yeah,
And I think too in that case, like you have someone who's majorly fucked up. It sucks. We can forgive. We don't have to forget. But you should not be in a position of power where you can maybe relapse, like you should all of your avenues for that should be taken away, and you should be taking some time to do some self-care before even attempting to re-enter or do anything with a platform again.
And when you do re-enter, it's got to be about making up for all that shit you pulled.
Yeah.
I'm looking at you,
absolutely.
Blair White.
Oh my god.
Oh god. Is that... Wait. Is
Can of worms.
Did she
Speaking
stop
of
making
shitty white girls on the internet,
I was gonna say, talking about Blair, is that a transition to the next one?
Wait, real quick. Did Blair White stop making videos at one point? And like
she has previously admitted to many of the there's a very powerful video of her admitting that she was bullying other trans women. And
Oh no.
but no, she went right back to it. There's also a video of
I
her
was gonna
saying,
say, wait a minute.
no, there's like quite a few videos of her going back on everything. Like there's one of her crying. She was for years she was bullying this trans woman, calling her a trans trender, being like, "You'll never transition for real because you're just not really a trans woman." And then this girl does. She's a full like cis passing woman now, and Blair comes down and cries on camera like, "I can't believe I said to another trans woman all the things they said about me like in high school." Like
I vaguely remember that.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter because it doesn't help all the pain you fucking caused.
No.
He still moved to LA and tried to get in with all those Republicans, and then also went online saying that, oh, none of these people even believe in what they're saying. It's all bullshit and fake. But Blair White, when you open up, so everybody Google grifter right now.
Oh my god.
Blair White's photo just popped.
That is our word of the day.
Grifter.
Like and subscribe for the word of the day, everybody.
my
It's
God.
grifter. Okay,
Anyway,
so
the real
speaking
Blair.
of shitty white girls.
Yeah, the real Blair we want to talk about is
I was gonna say
Blair. What is her last name?
I guess it's Zon.
Blair Zahn. Okay.
I just looked that up too because I was
I
trying to
kind
make
of
sure. I
like
was
that
like,
name. It sucks. It
like,
belongs to such an awful person, but
it's God, it kills me inside.
I'm obsessed.
We just wanted to update it because if you haven't, if you like to listen, well, I mean, to listen to our podcast, if you like to listen about drama and stuff that doesn't affect you and it can be entertaining, and it's not about pedophilia and serious stuff like that.
Oh,
The
legend.
Illuminati
I mean, we
stuff,
are talking about pedophilia.
the Illuminati stuff is great.
The Illuminati
and
stuff,
there's
though. Oh,
so
yeah,
much
yeah.
content out there that you can go down a rabbit hole on. That if you got some long drives or you need some stuff to fill some time.
I was filling Mason in with the Illuminati drama strictly because when they come to work, we work at Suits U together, and I'm like, hey, I just need like hours of background bullshit. So you're gonna listen to this bullshit with me.
It's great though. Unfortunately,
Honestly, it's it's drama that I don't want to say that doesn't hurt anybody because clearly there are people who have been hurt.
yeah.
But
absolutely.
But it is like like you said, she's not like anybody. There's no like it's just some easy to palate bullshit drama.
It's popcorn dipped in wine.
Yes, there you go.
I was gonna say
soggy.
the topics we brought up are in varying degrees. Like obviously the first one is serious. This is more of a not as serious, but people were still like injured. And then the last thing we're gonna talk about is like this is just grab your popcorn because
we really
kind of
went backwards on this one.
Yeah, we were gonna start off with the easy topic, but we kind of flopped this around.
Anyway,
but yeah, so we're waiting on Oz Media, which was the partner of Illuminaughtii / Blair for years.
Yeah.
Had also helped orchestrate a lot of Blair's bullying and like manipulation of others. And they are making like it's I guess hundreds of pages long now of however long this video is going to be. The reason why is this most recent update is they are dealing with Blair / Illuminati's legal lawsuit. It's a slap suit. They're trying to silence not only Oz Media, but they've been trying like was it Wonder?
God, yeah, it's
there's a lot of people
on it. So.
Wonder is one of the people.
Weird laundry list of people in there.
Well, and this is the interesting thing. So Oz Media, and I think that it's something Wonder. Wonderstruck, yeah. That are the ones that are like being bullied the most by Illuminaughtii / Blair. They were actually employed with / by Blair directly, and I like that this was also kind of like maybe supposed. But like the reason why the Click and the other person, God, there's so many names. The Click and another relatively large content creator, they were not necessarily employed by. They were a part of Sad Milk, which was a shared channel, but it wasn't a direct employment.
Yeah.
As I say, it was either because they weren't directly employed or because of that money. They have money, right? It's like the Click and the other person are so large that they're not getting like fucked with, which was weird because like the whole start.
Hold on.
Oh, that mic is dead.
What happened?
Your mic
Your
is
mic is
awful,
fucked.
and it's just doing stuff.
2 hours later.
Ruby's having some mic troubles. We're gonna figure that out. But for now, Solus and I are gonna give a brief TLDR on the Illuminaughtii stuff.
Illuminaughtii, aka Blair Zone.
Blair Zone.
There's like a little thing above the N, so I don't know if that's a thing.
This is a prime like example into what is known as the butterfly effect, because it was like this all could have been avoided if Blair didn't try and call out Legal Eagle for quote unquote copying their editing style. Because that's what started all of this, was Blair was like, hey, one of Legal Eagle's editors did the exact same thing I did. And it turns out it's like a preset thing you can do in the editing software. They just like change colors and shit. So yeah, it was similar, but it wasn't the same. And Blair was like, hey, they stole this. And Legal Eagle, being a fucking lawyer, was like, no, that's not true.
Well, the big qualifying factor for Blair's side was that Legal Eagle's like editor, one of the editing team, reached out to her editors.
Oh, right, yeah.
Asking about it. So then when they didn't get the response and then they still put out content with a very similar edit, they're like, look, you stole that. Which, again, so this is one of those things, and there's so much. Oh my God. It's one of those things where could have had a private conversation. Could have had some talks on the. This could have been an email. I love it. This could have been an email, but instead, Blair calls it out on Twitter.com, the best place to get your tea. Well, if you only want to see tea and dumpster fires, basically. And yeah, so it starts off with that. It starts off with the threat against Legal Eagle. Legal Eagle, like, basically comes back with a great video. Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
That sounds a lot better.
That does sound better.
Okay, that's what I thought. I think it was a court issue.
Yeah, so Legal Eagle ended up making a very good like video and retort. There was some replies on Twitter, of course, but they ended up making a video about it.
There's
and
always
like,
replies on Twitter.
Yeah, when you get called out, you gotta usually say something. Actually, it's a totally valid response to not respond. We've talked about that.
Yes.
But we've talked
Yes,
about
it
that.
I've talked about this with not only you, Solus, but also Mason, that not responding is a valid response, especially if you fucked up. Don't defend yourself. Just do better in the future. Maybe apologize, but also just shut your fucking mouth.
Yeah.
But yeah, so with the Legal Eagle thing, though, they didn't feel like they'd done anything wrong. They hadn't done anything wrong, and so they just kind of pushed back. They pushed back and defended themselves, and it ended up spurring a whole just kind of like, I don't want to say like a Me Too movement, but it inspired others that have been wronged by Blair. With this kind of witch hunting and attacking people, like this like power move that she does, and bullying, and suddenly it's the Click, Oz Media, Wonderstruck, and so many other people. Well, originally I think Oz Media was actually still backing up Blair at the time.
Yeah.
But that came out later. Oz was like, "Wow, I've been heavily manipulated, and this is awful." But yeah, it all turned pretty quickly to these people coming out with their own personal stories about Blair, and as more people came out, it inspired more people to come out and realize like,
sounds like someone else we know.
It's just not one thing. It's not
Oh
one
my God.
case. It's a pattern now, right? It's a pattern. It's a consistent behavior and actions of this person. And it's a lot. There's a lot there, and we're talking about like, yeah, these people have been heavily manipulated by Blair and the Illuminaughtii, and
which is ironic.
Yeah, the Illuminaughtii. Yeah, the most ironic thing is the name of the channel.
I know. Anyway,
but unfortunately,
for me, that's not even the most ironic part. The most ironic part is that they spent so much fucking time like talking about how it's so bad when these horrible CEOs like take advantage of people, and yet she's
Oh,
Around.
she's a disgusting
She
landlord.
turned-
You fucking
Yeah, right,
hypocrite.
right.
worse than a
That's-
disgusting landlord.
That's the kind of behavior that someone who knows that they're doing something wrong is like, oh, but not me though.
Exactly.
It's
Yeah.
all a massive. It's all about
The front.
these massive
Griff.
narcissists.
Yeah.
These massive narcissists have this one base thing about them, and that's it. It's just it's an incredible level of narcissism to be in this point, because again, all this was self-inflicted too, and again, we've talked about this before, and I know me and Ruby on the side outside of this podcast have said like, man, it'd been great if Illuminaughtii would have just like shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
None of this would have been a problem, but not only did the Illuminati not shut up, they've actually kept. Oh my god, the puppet!
Yeah, that's me.
Oh my god.
Hey, that's amazing.
So for context, I have one mic. We're gonna roll with it. So in this case, I'm just a bad ventriloquist. That's why my
Yeah, so-
mouth opens.
For the audio listeners, Ruby's character just had a little puppet appear on their hand
Yo,
to
one
represent
flop beer
BlackDogTeeth
gang.
dog.
Say
BlackDogTeeth.
hi. That's
Black-
me.
And it's pretty cute.
We're good
Yeah.
at changing the voices, but I can't quite.
Yeah, you can't quite hide it yet.
yeah,
but
with the mouth. Yeah.
So
Here's what you can do,
next
Charlie.
episode,
Yeah,
Ruby's
yeah.
doing stand-up ventriloquism comedy.
Oh my god.
Just like I do every week.
Yeah.
Next time, Ruby, we should make it. So if I ever am back on, we should make it so we're two heads on the same body.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
But yeah, so the whole concept though is like, there are some small people. There's Blair fucked with lives, and basically what Blair is doing right now is continuing to fuck with lives. And it's all like, well, is this, again, we're gonna get back to that theme of like, is this cancelable? Is this something where they don't need a platform? It's one of those things where you guys were talking about, you can if there's an apology, you can accept apology or not accept it. Forgiveness isn't guaranteed. There hasn't been an apology though. They're still like attacking things. They're still trying to bully and ruin people's lives, and it's just one of those things where, do I think they should be a successful platform? No.
Yeah, no, fuck
No.
no.
Yeah, 100% no.
I feel like
Does she deserve to go to jail? Maybe, maybe not. I don't think I'm in a place to say versus somebody like a pedophile, allegedly.
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 do. But
I mean-
some people need to be fucking taken out, allegedly. And some people need to just get off the fucking internet and
see a
with their-
therapist.
See a therapist.
Be
Yeah.
honest with that therapist, because
Yeah.
there's a difference between going to therapy and going to therapy. Like,
Yes.
So I think that's great. So we're gonna have a little scoreboard here. So Yanderedev, if everything allegedly is true, that's we're talking that person should be not only deplatformed but like in jail. Blair, passing grade of F of being a person. Passing grade. Their grade is an F. For being a human being and being a person. They're a shit person, but they are like, technically they can be redeemed. Like this can
Right.
all like in
With
the
a
next
lot
several
of work.
years,
Yeah.
a lot of
A lot of work.
self-reflection.
Yeah.
And it's not just self-reflection for me, because if I spend years working on myself and I've now become a better person, but I have not worked to right the wrongs I have done.
in the community that you've done them in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like I think this you want to hear my fucking hot take? This is my Patrick on a
Chick Patrick meme.
Uncle Iroh didn't do enough to redeem himself.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh wait, Uncle Iroh from
from
Avatar.
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 I one of the most beloved characters because we all love him. He is a vicious war criminal responsible for the lives of thousands of Earth Kingdom people.
Oh yeah.
And like
The only reason he stopped was because he lost his son.
right, which really does suck for him. And
Yeah. And we're not.
and
And
he
he can
has-
change a person.
he went to therapy. He's done the work on himself. He is objectively a good person now, but he has not worked to right the wrongs of the crimes he's committed. So
Within the
no,
Earth
he does
Kingdom,
not
yeah.
deserve to be on Twitter.
Oh my god, he doesn't
Oh my
deserve
God.
to be on Twitter.
Use
Ban
his
him from
YouTube
Twitter.
channel and profit. Take down your Patreon, Uncle Iroh. Send fucking tweet.
God. But yeah, Blair.
Yeah, so Blair, awful person, deplatform him. Great
Should not
content if you
Give
want to
him
go watch.
his home back.
Should not be
Understood
she
none of
should-
that.
Yeah,
Oh,
you gotta watch
That's-
Speaking
You
Together.
guys are both getting really loud at the same time, and all of
I'm
it's
so sorry.
cackling
Oh,
and
it's
cutting
us,
out.
it's
You're
us.
good.
I'm so sorry.
It's
Yeah.
all good.
We get really excited and we'll talk at the same time. So
Yeah.
I will. Do we have a talking stick, Ruby?
Oh my
okay.
god.
give me
top.
the Meowchi.
Okay.
Oh, okay. We have one of those for our listeners. We have one of those octopuses that if you invert them, they're
I have one of those, but it's a fox.
I'm gonna be the blue one. I'm the
Already
little pink
fucking
one.
it up.
Here you go. Mason's the blue one.
Thank you. I now have the talking octopus.
Oh my god.
And
The octopus.
the talktopus, if you will. What were we talking about?
All right, no.
This is a good time to segue to our third topic.
Yeah,
There you
basically. Go watch. Keep an eye out for the Oz Media video though. That's gonna be a fucking
Yes.
Yeah, if you want to get caught up on
Watch.
the Illuminaughtii drama, and then whenever that drops, it'll probably be several hours long.
Yeah.
I'm
there's
only
a lot
betting.
of there's a lot of channels that have done a lot of recaps on it. So many so that if you
Was it
look up
Swish?
Illuminaughtii,
Like for
What
part
was
2,
it
if you
name?
want us whenever the Oz Media video does drop, if you want us to like talk about our opinions about the end of this Illuminati drama, let us know. And we can all get caught up together. It'll be real fun.
yeah.
Oh, it's Swoop. I highly recommend the
Swoop.
Swoop
I love
video.
Swoop. Yeah.
That
Swoop's
could be
video on
That
not
could be
only
a
Illuminati,
long
but on that.
Patreon video where we
Yeah.
all just get caught up on the Illuminati.
But I was gonna say,
Yo.
there's a lot of channels covering it, but if you want to go directly to the source, The Click, Oz Media has made a shorter video, Wonderstruck Media, they all three have made videos giving their side of it. Blair technically made a video, but it's a lot of gaslighting and not like admitting to shit. But anyway,
Yes.
so
Lack of accountability, one
exactly,
would say.
yeah.
Yeah.
So definitely check those out if you want directly from the source. And now, our third topic.
On
Oh
to
my
the-
god! Wait, we're gonna get into some furry shit.
Furries in the news. That's a
Okay,
bit
so
from,
this
With
one,
audio
this
bounce.
was this is one that I really recommended we talk about, and this is going to be our example about a lot of people are talking about it. It's very dramatic. There are videos on it, and this
Hey,
is
I
a
made a video about
non-issue,
it.
you guys. Yeah, there are videos on it.
Yeah.
So please subscribe to Misha B. Barkin.
Do
You
it.
should be barking.
Gotta do that plug.
Yeah,
I
right.
have been plugging this whole time.
Bitch, don't I know it?
Yeah, you have.
No, it's actually really good that another
by the
suit
way,
maker
I
is here.
twitched.
Oh
Yeah.
no, Solus,
No,
your,
actually-
your plug cut out.
I know.
did.
No, I cut it. I cut it out
Oh,
because
okay,
I was
okay.
like, it was like being. I don't know
Nah,
what the
shameless.
word is. It's not
Shameless.
ironic,
Whore
but I'm
yourself
not
out.
shameless. I
Shameless.
have shame. I am humble.
Twitch. Wow, Solus
I'm
streams
not
on
humble.
Twitch.
Fuck Solar Wolf. Subscribe to PureRubyDragon.
Solar Wolf? What?
What the Solar
Whoever
Wolf?
that guy is.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck Solar Wolf.
Okay, wait. There's a non. There's no way. Hold on. Okay, I'm going to Twitter.
if there's a Solar Wolf, they're
going
gonna be
to- Oh
fucked
my
that-
god, that'll be
they're-
so
like
funny.
that poor person.
I'm
you
looking
just,
it up.
like blasted.
Okay. Let's see.
Oh, we have to check to make sure there's
Solar
not a
Wolf.
real one.
Well, I think it'd be funny though.
There's Solar Wolf Man.
Ooh,
Yo,
Wolf man.
Shout
Ooh,
out to
Solar
Solar
Wolf
Wolf Man. Hold on, let me make sure this guy isn't like racist.
Yeah, I was gonna say, shout out to. Oh no, he's a pedophile.
Oh no. We laughed at the same time, Ruby.
He's
We can't be
tweeting
in the
about
room.
trans rights.
No!
Hey,
Wait,
No,
wait,
that's a
good.
good thing.
Wait a
It's a
minute.
good thing.
Okay,
Okay,
good.
yeah.
Yeah. So I'm canceled for saying fuck
Yeah,
that.
you're like no. Yeah, fursuit maker,
Yeah.
Ruby.
Yes. Okay,
What's going on with this 22K fursuit? And why is it a non-drama but dramatic
so-
anyways?
Multicolored Bark is selling. What was? This is way old.
Yeah,
Was
this is
selling
done.
a fursuit.
Way old, as in like what, 3 weeks ago? Like,
I mean, in podcast time,
Oh,
ancient.
it's
true
dead.
that.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
But fuck it, we bringing it
Hi,
back,
Andy.
boys.
Does not work.
yes, this is. I am recording my podcast.
Okay.
Excuse me.
This makes
We
us
have-
money.
Do you want to come say hi
Who's
real
actually
quick?
doing that? Yeah.
and he saw me sitting next to the computer as well and was like, wait a second.
It's not just sitting next to the computer, it's just drinking wine.
Andy, I'm a content creator.
This is
And
what we're
this-
about.
This
Our
is
content's
our
great.
job.
You don't
We
think
talk
I'm
shit and
shit-faced
brain.
What I
editing?
say is if I'm
Wait,
here all the
guys,
time.
I have a
You are.
story. I have a story.
Wait, we have a story. Oh, we have a Misha story. Let's
Yeah.
go.
So
Misha story.
Fucking derail. Let's go.
a bunch of my friends did a thing that was like hashtag Pride and Kindness, which was it was a thing where you could donate to, I think it was the Trevor Project, through them.
Okay.
And they would draw you a commission depending on how much you donated. So I was like, hey, I reached out and I was like, hey, do you guys want me to make like a little snippet at the beginning of my videos? I'll do it for free. You know, I think this is a really good thing you guys are doing and I want to promote it. And they're like, yeah, that'd be great. I got drunk one night and I recorded it and edited the entire thing absolutely shit-faced, and no one knew. And like a year later,
wow.
or as soon as the month was over, I was like, I posted on my AD, I was like, yo, now that this is done, I can reveal that I was absolutely plastered. I forgot that one of the main people followed me on my AD, so they saw that, and they were like, dude, I couldn't even tell, and I was like, oh fuck, I forgot you follow me here. So yeah, the one time I've recorded, like, an ad thing, I was absolutely plastered when I did it. And you know what? It sounded just fine.
That's like my MFF 2022. I don't know where this is. Some guy caught me outside the Hyatt, and I did an interview with them, and I was so high.
Oh no!
And I had
Makes
one of
me
my
laugh.
I had like one of my con roomies with me, right? And like I was so high to the point that I think it was about 10 to 15 minutes later, maybe not even that long, I asked him to walk me back to the hotel because I was like, I can't do this. I need to go sleep this off. So I did this whole interview in suit out front of the Hyatt, and kind of remember it, kinda. It's somewhere. The guy has the footage.
Did he never post it?
My
or-
con Ruby stood there the whole time, like off the side, and like viewed the whole thing. And I asked him, was I okay? I'm so fucking high.
Oh my
And
god, I've been there.
They were
dude.
they're like, you kind of repeated a couple things, but other than that, no, you did really well. And I was like, fine. I was like, nice.
Hell yeah.
It's like,
Anyway,
Yes.
back to the fursuit. Multicolored bark.
Multicolored bark. What's going on? Why is it dramatic but not dramatic? Why is
Okay,
it supposed
so-
to be a non-issue?
It's a non-issue because people are allowed to charge and spend whatever they want. And frankly, with
On their luxury items.
Yes.
this is not a requirement to even be or participate in the fandom. It would be ignorant for me to say that you don't get a one-up. Like, we can't just pretend that if you get a cute suit, you get 2,000 followers. Let's not fucking beat
Yeah.
around the bush.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And if that matters to you, which I also think it's unfair to say that's a really superficial matter. Sometimes this is some people's only amount of social interaction, so of course they want to have a larger reach. I don't think that's unreasonable. But you can't be mad that someone came out of the woodwork and paid as much as they did. No wonder they made themselves anonymous. So it was a multicolored bark made a fursuit head, and it was auctioned off, and it
Fursuit head or a
It was a
partial?
Head
a
and hands.
partial.
Wow.
I think that
okay.
there was a tail
Yeah.
too.
was there a tail? I didn't see a tail.
I thought there was a tail, but I might be incorrect.
I think there is.
Go to Misha's B. Barkin's video. To find
Yeah,
out
watch
the
my
fact.
video.
But I was really, really shocked and frankly offended about how many people, even when you posted like LOL, let artists pay whatever they want, even posting a small tweet like that in reference to this multicolored bark thing, somebody would be like, yeah, but 20K for a fursuit? Never in my lifetime.
Yeah. And that was one of the points I made in my video was like, in my opinion, 22,000 for like a partial, that's a crazy amount of money. But that's a crazy amount of money to me. And the only two people's opinions that matter in this is the buyer and the seller. My opinion doesn't fucking matter on this interaction, you know? So
Right.
like,
Your video.
It's
to
not like-
me,
That was verbatim what you said.
yeah.
It's not like Multicolor Bark started the auction at 20K.
So-
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think,
Okay.
I think that
Good
there's
point.
something to say if you're like, whoa, that's way above normal market price. That's kind of wild. But if an individual buyer comes in and they love something so much that they give the artist 20K for it, first of all, you should be like, damn, good for you, Multicolor Bark.
Exactly.
Like, holy shit.
Yo.
Yeah,
like,
that's crazy.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
You should be happy for multicolored bark, and you should be happy for our community. I don't know if people realize this,
Exactly.
but most furry artists and community members are just passing around the same fucking dollar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
Sorry,
$22,000 going into the community. That's fucking
Yeah.
nuts.
Yep.
They're not spending 22K on some New York artist. They're spending it on an individual within your community.
Who is hand making custom work.
That is something to
Exactly.
only celebrate.
Yeah.
Celebrate our that come up. Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome. It's exactly what you all like. Yeah, I understand. So like, I do want to like, so objective you pull yourself out of the situation and go, okay, I understand that. Look, people fell in love with that suit, and obviously you want to be like, damn, I wish I had a chance, because obviously if somebody's gonna throw 22K at something, that eliminates a lot of people from buying that, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But that's the point being though, it is a luxury good. Unfortunately, you don't have the money for that. I guess, like I understand the disappointment. You know, like
We can be empathetic to both sides.
I'm
Yeah.
empathetic to that, but that doesn't give you the right to criticize and like
exactly.
hate
Yeah.
on
Yes.
it. Is what
Yeah, like,
my big thing.
I
Um,
could comment on that being like, "Oh my god, I could never afford that. I'm so happy for you." That's it.
exactly,
That's
and
all
that's
you
where
say.
you should be.
You can even be like, man, I really wish that was me, or like,
Yeah.
man, I wish I could have, one upped you on that. But you don't have to be like super salty and sour in the corner, like throwing a fit, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
And there were also
I
a lot
think
of people
that's the
doing that too,
important
like
part.
being and I think that actually goes both ways, because oftentimes, like, I'll post an art that I'm trying to sell or a fursuit, and a lot of people will comment that. They'll be like, "Dang, if only I had the funds." And I know that there's a good amount of artists that get very annoyed with that comment because it is so frequent. But I think looking at it from this perspective too, artists, you got to also give your Patreons a break. They really would buy it if they could, but they can't. So we can all come together in mutuality and just be like, hey, any art you can't afford, remember to like it, remember to comment, remember to retweet it, because that's free and it really does make a difference.
And I think something too is people, when they make those comments, I think there are some sourpusses out there who are like, will be like, well, I wish I could afford that. But
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think the majority
Can
of
I-
those comments,
I was gonna say I could slide in here because I think there's a difference between the two comments actually.
right.
I personally make that exact comment you're talking about where I'll say, "Oh, I love this art or
Yes.
this your character here, or whatever. I wish I could pay for it." I do that for the algorithm. It's a comment. It's interaction, right? It's an engagement. It's also like I am genuinely like trying to show interest that I want the artist to know that, and I want, if people do read into the comments, they realize like yeah, there's interest here for this. But usually, and I would say usually the sourpusses and the ones that artists do like have a valid criticism against those are the ones that are like, "Oh my god, I wish I could afford this. You charge too much."
Right. And you actually
It's
said
that-
exactly what I wanted to say, where like, I feel like people were like wanting to let artists know that like, oh my god, there is interest. We are like, if I were in a place, I would buy that in a fucking instant. And I think that is where like the good natured part of the community is, where it's not like people aren't there to be sour or mean. They're there to be like, hey, if I had it in my wallet, it would be yours, And I think that's where most people are going with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think in the context of the $22,000 fursuit, I think that there were more sourpusses than there were people who well-intentioned,
I mean, I was in the
more-
Telegram. There were people being kind of mean,
Yeah.
like
yeah.
Oh,
just
yeah.
like
Well-
accusing somebody of like, oh, you no wonder you're anonymous. You don't want to fucking, dude. I'd be anonymous too. Y'all are fucking
Right?
haters.
Holy
I'll just say
shit.
Ruby.
You're being
I'll just say
mean.
Ruby. Let's break it down. God rest in peace, Mist. Like Mist was a part of a very similar auction.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Mist-
true. That's true.
Mi-
Mist had
Mist-
all of that hate on them
I
for a
know.
while.
Mist
They
paid
dedicated
a-
that.
I forgot what the suit maker was.
That
again.
is Zuri costumes.
It was Zuri. They paid. It was like it was a ridiculous like 16.
I
can't
I
remember.
think it was
off
20
there.
also. I think it was
It might have been up to
20K,
20.
but
But
it
it was
was a full
another
suit.
suit auction that went up. It was a full suit that did go for 20K. Both the maker and the person got a lot of hate for it. And I do think it is actually directly related to the higher the price goes, the higher, like, it seems like that jealousy and that envy of certain people comes out, and they kind of let that take control. Because I don't necessarily think the people are bad people. I just think they kind of get caught up in the moment and like the feels, and they just kind of post in the moment, and it's rough because it's like,
Right.
yeah,
it's
I know
not
you're
li-
disappointed. I know you're sad, and I know that normal market costs, like it should be, around 8 or 9 grand or something, which is still like out of the range for a lot of people. But
It's also really funny for me to hear about quote unquote normal price market in a community where we make up all the rules.
yeah.
that's true.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Like,
and I
there
would
are no
argue
rules.
there is like a typical, and since 2018, since I've been following things, like there's been like a typical like price range for full suits from just standard, like when I say the standard maker. It does make a difference when they're a lot more in demand, and then you get the fursuit auctions, which I've seen auction suits pop up more recently because of situations like this.
And I think that's just because I've been in the fandom for so long. But no, I remember way back in the day where, like, I was 11 and there was a fursuit going for auction, and I was like determined to get it. No, I wasn't 11. I was. It was 2011, and but I was in another. I felt like a child. But
Yeah.
I was in another country, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna get this, and I spent an exorbitant amount of money, like in the bid thing, and it was just going up and up and up and up, and I didn't have any access to internet, and I just figured I'd get it because there was no fucking way anybody was gonna outcap me, and I got sniped for like $10 at the very last.
Oh,
no.
I know, it hurt my
That's
feelings.
sad.
But like this has always been a thing. This isn't new to 2023. It's not new to inflation. It's just somebody wants something and they have the money to buy it, and they're going to spend that money on individual artists in their community that they love, and will take that art and hopefully continue to participate in the community. These
Yeah.
pieces don't just go up on like walls and disappear. They go to conventions. You still get to see and participate
true.
with them.
Exactly.
I do
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
think people get caught up in the clout. I think people get I think that's part of where people get upset is because they're so excited to be part of, oh well, if I have this suit, then like you were saying earlier, kind of that social contract of like we're not gonna lie, if you have a cute suit, you get a lot of likes.
Yeah.
I do have a particular issue with people who complain about like pay to play. They say that
Oh
the
god.
furry
Oh,
community
we
is
could
pay to
get
play.
into the
I
do
know,
a
fandom
whole
pay to play.
episode.
Oh, and I know, and Ruby and I have talked
we're
about
not doing
it,
a
but,
whole
like,
episode. The
No,
fucking
no, and
Yeah,
oh
that
god,
I think that's the mindset of some of those people who are getting way too
True.
upset about this. Is
Yeah.
like, and then they're like, "Well, it's pay to play now." It never has been, my guy. Learning how to make fursuits is free. Well, not free, but you have to buy the
Well,
materials. But,
yeah, but
but to do it yourself, like it, and there's a whole
Go
conversation.
get yourself a raptor mask and make those TikToks and earn that clout.
Then
afford
buy a
to make
fursuit.
or buy or whatever the fuck. But like, I do think that people get a little too wrapped up in the clout.
Yeah.
Where this should be kind of like we were saying,
So-
a celebration of, wow, I can't believe this artist can, pay rent, maybe buy a new car, like
Yeah.
whatever they need to do in their life to keep making what they're making. That should be like, man, I'm so excited that you can keep doing what you're doing,
yeah.
Make a comeback.
And please buy
But
our
we
sexy fursuit so Mason can go to MFF.
Oh, Ruby.
Yeah.
No, that was a point. That was another point I made in my video. Was like, this community is all about support your local artist and
Yeah, but
make
God
sure to
forbid you
support
make
your
too
makers.
much.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
what is
right.
the line? Why are we suddenly bitching about it because somebody
Look.
is able to make a living off of this?
Then
What
I'm
that
gonna make,
energy
I'm gonna make,
at-
I'm
bitching
gonna make
about
a
pedophiles.
crazy statement. By the way, I'm gonna make a no. Fuck that. No, we're done with pedophiles.
No, that's a part of the overarching theme. Is spend the energy of you being mad at things that you should actually be mad
Yeah.
about.
I'll give you that. I was
Okay,
gonna
but
say I'm gonna
drop
make
your
a
hot take,
statement.
Solus.
I'm gonna make a statement that's gonna blow people's minds. But look, y'all know I am not an Elon Musk fan.
Yeah.
But that
Uh-oh.
Fuck that guy.
motherfucker came in and hit up a fursuit maker and dropped like a bill on them. When I say a billion. You think I'm gonna be complaining about that shit? I'm gonna be so excited for that person.
I'm gonna
Like-
say if Elon, okay,
Like, I
like
would
your, I like
actually
your analogy. If Elon
I
Musk came and was like, "I'll pay you $1 billion to make me a fursuit," I'd double flip him off and be like, "Fuck you,
Mason, we're not
yeah.
as powerful as
No,
you are.
I'm sorry.
We're not
I
as
love you.
powerful.
I love you, Mason, but you take that billion and you retire and live a good life, please. And
I
then
will-
No, Mason.
No.
Mason wouldn't.
I'd stay poor just to piss him off. But that's Elon Musk. You give me any other billionaire. Elon Musk.
Also, the cloud,
guy.
the cloud from flipping off Elon. You could see
true that you would that would give you some clout.
the social cloud.
Oh my god.
But that standing, like, as much as I hate the guy, I would still like I would actually be okay with that because
I get what you mean. I understand what you mean. Yeah.
Are we there? Is this the end of the
We're there.
episode?
I think this is the end of our episode.
Holy,
wow,
we got through all 3 topics. Look at us go.
Look at us.
Pretty
Look at
There's
us.
a lot. No, yeah, this is quick because I'm looking at the timer and I know there's a shit ton that's getting cut.
Oh yeah,
so-
this is going to be a shorter episode. We were having a bit of audio problems in the middle of it.
audio.
Solus is wanting to stream.
No, wait,
I'm-
what? What time is
what?
it? Oh fuck!
Yeah.
It is getting to that time.
Yeah.
I was
Solus
supposed
wants
to
to
eat
stream.
before this. Hey yo!
I want to go make food and have bomb ass food and start editing my video.
An alcohol.
Ruby is probably going to be up to something.
I heard more
I
great
love that.
food.
I'm gonna let that one sit. Yeah.
I was gonna
Oh,
throw
here,
some stuff out, but I'm just gonna let that one ride.
here's how I'm gonna let that sit. We're gonna close off with another crazy Ruby fact. Is I almost died in a plane crash the other day.
That's right.
Yep.
Nice.
And
I
it's-
heard
and this
that.
is
Heard
just
that's
gonna-
bad for you.
You shouldn't. Don't die. You
Argo,
I
if
didn't.
you're Argo,
hell,
if you're
hell
listening
won't
to
take
this,
me.
Yeah.
Argo, if you're
Ruby,
listening to this,
the
turn
devil
it off.
saw Ruby's name on the list and was like, "Send that bitch back."
Yeah. No. I
that,
swear that
you
whole
don't
thing.
understand. You don't understand. But actually, one of your lives got crossed off.
Oh no.
Ruby Star lost a life to StarClan, dude.
Ruby Star, dude. Oh, the lore
The
that's
lore.
happening on the Bark Bark Meow podcast.
Oh
Hey
my
yo,
god.
that's amazing.
Well, thank you so much for allowing me to jump in last second. It was a grand time.
Yeah.
Hi, other Ruby voice.
Yeah, that's me. Just the other Ruby voice. I'm the reasonable one.
This is Angel on my shoulder.
Yeah,
Hey yo.
I don't really. Am I a fallen angel? Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. There you go.
We were on the same page.
Yeah.
All right.
Cryptid on my shoulder.
Yeah. There you go.
If you guys have any spooky themed ideas for the podcast, get them down below. We're gonna be running out of time, but we still have time to include that in one of the later October podcasts. We have a really quick. Do we have the Patreon list handy? Because I kind of would like.
Oh,
to
we
say
can
the
do an
names.
actual read off here.
I would like to do a read off if we could.
Ooh, we're gonna read it
Oh,
off.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah, like
Mason,
definitely
you can
include
read
the
it off, 'cause
slides.
our guest
Still,
star-
but
Okay.
I do want to.
I feel so
Okay.
special.
I do like having the ability to shout people's
Yeah.
names out and butcher
Alright.
them horrifically.
No, see, here's the thing. Yeah, that's the thing. That's if you read them out loud, you run the risk of pronouncing them all wrong.
And that's
can't
why we're having
wait
Mason
to
do it.
Fuck it
yeah,
up.
Mason, do it. Everybody
read it
cancel
again?
Mason if they get it wrong.
Thank you so much for our lovely patrons.
Yeah. Give me money, give me money,
Excellent.
give me money. Peter with the violin.
All right. This is Mason signing off with the Patreon list. Thank you so much to Raze, Theo Firefox, Corleen R, Shady Shell, Quint, Carnelian Fox, and Steam Pony and Ankara.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, thank you for the love and support.
Thank you so
Yeah, you're
much.
welcome.
That was so
Uh,
professional sounding.
That
So-
was.
I've been
That's the
listening
most
to a lot of
professional.
D&D podcasts.
That's the most
But-
professional any part of this podcast has been.
Perfect.
Mason would be the
Perfect.
most professional part of this podcast. My hand puppet.
Yeah.
the
Oh,
hand
God.
puppet is the professional one.
I
the
am
suit
giving
and
you a
tie?
tie.
Yeah. Perfect.
The red tie.
Wait.
Is that a kink thing?
You guys
Maybe,
said.
I don't know.
Wait.
You would know out of most
Is
of
a
us,
red tie-
probably.
Is a red
What?
tie a king? Anyway.
I don't know. We don't know.
Like tie the knot.
Kinda not.
I didn't even think of that. And because it's red. Oh no.
Because it's just so
Wow! Wait, I have a new
What have we
euphemism.
done?
Hi, everybody.
Have a new euphemism. Do for canine dick.
Anyway, should I? Oh, Ruby's gone. Should I do the outro in my YouTuber voice since you guys said it sounded so different?
Yeah.
All right. Hold on. I gotta get in the mindset.
Yeah, I know, right? You have to like actually like before you stream.
All right,
Or, like,
Ruby,
do that
I'm doing the outro in my YouTuber voice since apparently it's so different.
Oh, good.
Since apparently it's really different.
Podcast Misha is.
So we're to the end of the podcast. If you're watching this with the live stream, hi, how's it go? Or fuck. So
Yeah.
we're to the end of the podcast. If you're watching this with the premiere, hi, it's good to have you here. If you're listening to this on a later date, we go live every Friday. If you're listening to this at a later, I don't have a script. This is fucked.
I know. You love this is like
Wait,
this.
Misha, please keep
you
that.
have-
I don't have a
you have
script in.
No, you need to
I
leave
will.
all of this in because it shows how much work you actually put into your videos.
Dude.
Because
All right.
without script it's tough.
All right, I got this. So we're to the end of the podcast. If you're watching the premiere, hi, good to have you here. If you're listening to this on a later date, we go live on YouTube every Friday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then immediately after that, we do a live stream to chat with you guys about the episode or whatever else may come up.
That's the Afterwork episode.
So without further ado, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next podcast. Bye.